edition of Cammy's Cock Corner. I'm your host as always, Lobster Johnson. Why is it Lobster Johnson? Because that little pussy Cammy is off watching the Chargers game in LA because of some blackout. Football, whatever. So enough about that. He put me in charge. Well, not really. He was going to take the week off to talk about what came out this week. And guess what? Nothing from Dark Horse came out this week that was good, let alone another Lobster Johnson series, so it can't be pick of the week. What do I got instead? I don't know, I wrote it down on cards, so just bear with me if you can. First up, from Image Comics, we have / My First Maniac #4. It's written by Tim Seeley and art by Daniel Leister. Guess what? This is an amazing book because it has all the best stuff about the horror movies we all grew up with, whether it be the 80s stuff, the slashers, the Michael Myers, the Jason Voorheeses, the Freddys, Krugers of the that generation, all wrapped up in this cool little series. It was originally over at Devil's Due, now it's making its Image debut, and trying to hook new readers in with this first arc, which is just 4 issues long. My First Maniac gives you a taste about Cassandra Hack and what prompted her to go out and kill serial killers and sociopaths and monsters. Well, in this one we get the conclusion of Grinface, where he's a guy who acts like life is a video game because he's obsessed with this one video game. His girlfriend kills him, now the girlfriend loves him, is killing for him. Yada yada yada, all that in-love bullshit, doing whatever I can because I love the guy. Cassie comes along, gets her ass kicked, trying to kill this couple, and she's eventually, after all the torture, after getting hit by cars, clawed with hammers, she makes her way to the next obstacle as she leaves these two dead in their path. And in the start of the new ongoing series, we're going to see how she meets her sidekick, Vlad. So, if you like gore, you like blood, you like girls frolicking around in little shirts with baseball bats, this is the miniseries to get. Alright. Love my IPAs. Next up from DC we have Green Lantern Emerald Warriors #2. It's written by Peter J. Tomasi and art by Fernando Pasarin, whateverin. And basically we have Kyle Rayner about to go explore the unknown sectors. Why is he doing it originally? Well, it's because he still has a little bit of the Red Lantern in him that makes him so hateful and rageful. Speaking of which, where the fuck's my Red Lantern ring? They never called me, and now I'm offended. Me and Lobo were gonna go, pillage the whole galaxy together and spread our rage, but no, apparently I don't get a ring. Thanks a lot, Atrocitus. So now we have Kyle exploring the unknown galaxies, wanting to go to Odin to get it purged by a Blue Lantern, and Kilowog and Arisa want to join him. Why Arisa? Because she still thinks Sodom Yat is alive in Daxam's son. The bitch is crazy. So they say, alright, we're going to make that side tour after we go to Odin. So they get to Odin, and sure enough, a Red Lantern comes from out of nowhere to stop Kyle from talking with Babar the Elephant about getting purged. So now, and on the cover, as you can see, it's clearly Kyle battling a Red Lantern. You're thinking, going into this book, that that's what you're going to see. Well, guess what? You see it on the last 2 pages. So instead of having it for the cover for #2, they should have had it for #3. What do I know? I apparently don't work at DC. Thanks a lot to Dio. Next up, from Marvel, we have The Amazing Spider-Man 643. Now, in this issue, the Dr. Octopus in the back said, "Everyone attack!" and it turned into a Spidey ballroom blitz. And except it's not all about Spidey this time. Lily gave birth right there in a coffee shop. It's not very sanitary. And with this golden child, which is the offspring of Osborn, Norman Osborn, and Lily, oh my goodness, comes spectacular fight scenes because everyone wants this baby, they want to cash in on it, and now it's up to Spider-Man to make sure this kid goes to a right home. Now, he takes the kid, he's flying all around through New York, and of course, from the press's point of view, it looks like he's kidnapping this child. And of course, J. Jonah Jameson Jr. is all about this, saying, everyone, get that mass murderer, this maniac, get that gosh darn Spider-Man. So now it's up to Spidey to keep this kid away from Electro, battling Sandman, having what happens when lightning hits the beach. It's science. I don't know. I never graduated high school. But in the end, it looks like Spider-Man's a menace, and all he's trying to do is save. He's trying to do it for the kids. And apparently this kid can sleep through an entire fling through New York City and not even whine until the very end when he breaks his back falling onto the street. Nice kid, nice, very nice. Next up from Image, we have Morning Glories number 2. Now, you thought you hated high school. Well, try being one of these smarty smart kids, these different kids, going to these special schools. I don't mean special schools as in they're riding a shorter bus than the rest of us, but I mean special schools as in if they were the Reed Richards of this little universe. So basically, it's all about teamwork in this issue and giving the right answers when a teacher asks you to. If you are trying to be strong-willed and independent, that's not happening at this academy. Because of this, everyone winds up in detention. This little, 3 boys, 3 girls. They're talking about how they all got into detention, whether they're finding out some secret cult or they're trying to beat up one of their higher-ups. They're all in there for the same reason, and to make matters worse, they flood the place. So now they have to figure out how to get out of there, and it's all up to this one girl to just give the answer of, Alan somebody. I don't know. I didn't pay attention that much. And then the whole water goes out, and then they're all back together again. So it's kind of a weird school. We still don't know what the point of having these kids and treating them like they are. What's the reason of that? I don't see any. That obviously didn't happen when I was in high school. Because you know what I was doing in high school? I was kicking Nazi ass. What were you doing? You were picking boogers and spitting them up at the ceiling. Whatever, kid. Whatever. And finally this week, from DC, we have Brightest Day number 10. And it mainly talks about in this issue, Firestorm of Jason and Ronnie Raymond, and also Aquaman. And speaking of Aquaman, I need to get in touch with Beer Man. Beer Man? I don't know. IPA Hopsaman. Yeah, that's it. Oh, god damn, that's good. So basically, we're learning about the Firestorm Matrix, and if it gets disrupted too many times, it's going to be like the Big Bang Theory all over again. And I don't mean the TV show on CBS with that Kaylee Kuko or whatever, with the cuckoo nuts. My goodness, is she a hottie. No, we're talking about the actual Big Bang. And I don't mean what I was doing last Friday night either. And while this is all going on, we have Aqualad, and we're finding out that he's actually like the love child of Mara and Black Manta. I mean, I guess once you go black, you never go back, and Mara is obviously in her mindset of that. But apparently, if they don't save this kid from Black Manta, then I don't know what's going to happen. But, the omnious white light lantern, whatever, is telling them so. So it's all about who's going to get in control of this kid finding out his true identity, why he has all this, glowy arm stuff. And then at the end, we get Aquaman versus Black Manta. Just like old times, I'm loving it. So that does it for all the picks this week. If you want more of the Cammy's Comic Corner stuff, head on over to his website, cammyscomiccorner.com. Apparently he has an iPhone app. If you're gay enough to have an iPhone, you can buy it and support the show. It's not like you assholes give him feedback anyway on iTunes or on the YouTubes. So whatever, you care about that little information. Also, if you want more of the t-shirts and my costume that you see me wearing, head on over to deadlinegraphics.net and send Kelly an email. He has all the best of Dark Horse, and Dark Horse t-shirts. All Lobster Johnson, all great prices. Go check them out if you haven't already. And a big shout out to Rising Sun Creations at rsc-online.com. They specialize in the best of U.S. comic books, manga, Dark Horse, and Lobster Johnson, all located at one store, rsc-online.com. Check out the website, search Lobster Johnson. My ugly mug will come up, and you'll have a great day searching Lobster Johnson on the Googles, on the Twitters, on the what have you. So, thanks again to Rising Sun Creations. I'm going to go kill another 12-pack of these. And in the meantime, Chargers are going to win against Jacksonville tomorrow, apparently. Or today, whenever you're watching this. So until then, this has been Lobster Johnson's Comic Corner. I have been your host, as always, Lobster Johnson. Next time you see that Cammy fella, go kick him in the ass. Thank you, and good night.
Take you uptown, I show you the sights, you wanna ride on my garbage truck.